a lot of working.
What's going on, everybody? It's Jason back with Campbell's Morel Music Rig Rundown. Floating right along here, episode 22. Bringing in a guitar blues man in here to show us his rig. Already heard a little bit of it. Sounds great. And if y'all been in the local shows around town, you may have seen this fella out here playing some blues licks, some slide guitar, stepping in with just about anybody.
Anybody will have me.
Yeah.
Just about.
Yeah. So y'all, we welcome Mr. Daniel Byrd of the Daniel Byrd's Boogie Machine.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah. And another little project that me and the guy behind the camera and this guy's a part of called Appalachian Death Cult. So we got our first show coming up pretty soon.
Yes, indeed. That's
And,
a ball.
Yeah, little doom action, but I guess are we going to talk about both of them or just the blues rig today? Or
I mean, honestly, this is the rig.
This is the rig?
This is the rig. I've got a different amp that I use once in a while. It is in for repairs right now. So this is the rig.
All right. Sweet. So yeah, man, we'll talk about the bands later on and give them a plug and go check them out, and we'll just jump right into this thing here and
all right, yeah.
Start with this beautiful Gibson SG.
Yeah, this is a funky little thing, man. I picked this up a little bit busted. I think I paid $420 for it, taxes and all. And I decided this is the guitar that I'm just gonna like customize till it's exactly what I want. I've got. So this is a weird one. I stripped all the finish off it, and I never would have known this otherwise. But like every other SG, it's got a mahogany body. It's got a maple neck, which is like this weird thing they did in the late 80s, apparently. It's pretty cool. It's got the ebony board, which is definitely a theme in my guitars. I love an ebony board, man. It's just got that punch.
Well, especially Gibsons, I think they need ebony boards. I don't like the rosewood boards.
Them. I've you know what? I can't tell you I've played enough to to tell you for sure, but I've always liked the ebony's better.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So, and when you say custom, I mean, you've changed pickups and all that stuff, so.
Yeah, I've got, there is a really great pickup company in North Carolina called Magneto Design Labs. I've got their H90 on the neck here. I've got a Duncan Jeff Beck pickup on the bridge, and I've got a coil tap on that, and that's so I can use the middle position like a telly almost. That's where I'm either on the neck or that middle most of the time.
Right.
I put a trapeze like a jazz box tailpiece on it because it makes it slinky. I don't know. I like it a lot.
Yeah.
But
and did you add the locking tuners or?
Yes. Yeah. What even are these, man? These are the Kluson locking tuners.
Right. So kind of vintage looking, but still the modern conveniences.
Yes. Yeah. I like those conveniences. I've got a deer antler actually nut and the saddles on most of these that I made. Yeah, that just it warms up the sound a little bit.
Yeah. For sure.
I don't know if you can hear it, but I can hear it.
Yeah.
One of them.
And we've said this before, if y'all haven't checked out just locking tuners for just the string changes alone, they're worth their weight in gold.
Seriously.
So I would recommend it for that. Yeah, and man, I guess we'll just hear what this one sounds like, and we'll get cooking to the next one, or go through pedals, however you want to run it, it doesn't matter.
That's cool. All right, well, first I'll give you my clean tone. This is my neck pickup, and I'm just going to max my stuff out because that's how I like it. And so here's my middle position without the tap. With the tap. Bridge tap. full on. With this middle position, that's where I usually like it.
Yeah, I got a little honk in there.
Yeah.
But I can see getting some of those taily tones coming out of that thing.
Yeah, just the singles. I mean, 2 of them, spread them out. I love it. Yeah, I'm not sure if that really phases stuff or what, but there's something quacking about it.
Yeah, man. This is probably your favorite guitar, you say, as far as...
This is my main gig, absolutely. It's one of those older guitars that have had a few fret jobs done on it, and so like those frets are like, they're not much higher than the board.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah.
Like a good pair of blue jeans.
Yes, absolutely.
All right. I mean, I think we should like just go straight into the pedal board and talk about it, and then the amp, and then we'll talk about your other guitars as well.
Cool. Yeah. I use the Korg tuner. That's first in the chain, and that's great because you can obviously tune your guitar and all, but like mute.
Yeah,
it's so nice to just mute between songs. If you're running high gain or anything like we're doing with the ADC, man, it's just it's nice.
Sometimes necessary.
Yeah. After that, that's another the one I got here. The MXR full bore metal. That's my doom box right there. I put that on, and I'll mix it with the fuzz sometime. Also the Pog. But that's where the heavy is at. You know, just. That's where the mute comes in. I'll save that for my Paul, which is the Death Cult.
Yeah.
I've got a Electro-Harmonic Soul Food I like to use for like medium low gain.
Yeah, nice little breakup.
Yeah, it's nice. That's a cool pedal. It's a Centaur clone, right?
Yeah, it's sort of a clone. Yeah, for sure. And it's probably the most reasonably priced clone out there. If y'all are looking for that sound, I mean, I think they're still like under $100 maybe, but.
Yeah,
sure.
Yeah, this was a while back, but I picked that up for maybe just over 100.
Yeah. Well, they may have gone.
They were hot.
Yeah. But that was one of the first clones I remember coming out when that pedal kind of took off.
Yeah. After that, the metal distortion is out of order. I usually like go and try and arrange them in terms of like my gain stage, where like highest gain later in the chain.
Right.
But what the heck? Yeah. I'll show you what that sounds like before the fuzz face.
Yeah.
Fuzz face, man. It's got all the hair.
Yeah. It does what it's supposed to do.
Yeah.
Classic.
I like that a lot with my when I'm playing slide.
Oh yeah.
As well. That's just got a really cool. It just pushes it. You know?
Yeah.
It takes a box and goes ah.
Yeah.
And so I enjoy that. Also, that in combination with my Pog, man, this is another mean thing to use. I mean, that's what you get funky with it.
Oh, yeah.
You can bring the heavy with it. I like them both.
Yeah.
I don't use the octave up on it a whole lot. I've got a little bit dialed in.
Yeah.
But that clean and that bass tone, man, because I'm hitting that pog, I just, I want it to stomp.
Oh yeah. And it's one of the better tracking octavers I've heard. It's polyphonic, but it's like, it tracks really well.
I've had a few, and that's easily the one I like best. This is just a micro pog. I mean, they make more advanced.
Yeah, they got
stuff.
the big hog and pig hog and all that stuff. Yeah,
I'm a simple man.
Nice.
I've got the let's see, the Crybot Sonic Cake.
Yeah, that was the one you was playing through earlier. That's, gives me that 70s feel.
That's my other funky boy. If you ever listen to Shuggy Otis, that's what it sounds like.
At night. I love the filter.
Yeah, it's cool. It's got a really nice sweep to it where like you can bring that nasally kind of a little like really wet, sound out of it. I usually tone it back a little bit, just because like if I'm looking for that real drippy sound, it's low down.
Oh yeah.
About always it's low down.
Yeah, I mean that's one of my favorite eras of music is just that, and watching, those guys playing those tones, and the bass players too, and those bands are just something else. But then from there, going to delay, looks like.
Yes, indeed. I got this carbon copy here too. I got like most of this stuff here. They got great pedals, and they're really kind on trade-ins. That's that is like important to me.
Yeah.
So it's not exactly a slapback how I got it set, but it's
close.
Not far off.
Yeah. This adds some more texture and depth.
Yeah, like you can do a lot. You could do so much with delays, but most of the stuff I play doesn't really call for it. I like getting into funky jams where you can go like ooh 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 with it, all that.
Yeah.
But you see me playing, it's usually just a little more than a slap.
Yeah. The carbon copy is probably the most classic analog delay pedal that I know of.
Oh, definitely.
Been around forever.
Yeah.
It does slap back better than most. Yeah, for sure.
Some people like those, the digitals for the. I think there's like a buffer in those circuits a lot of the time, but like.
Yeah, if you're doing like dotted eighth delays or heavy time delays, maybe digital, a good clean repeat. But I like the analog so you can get a little bit of modulation in there too if you want.
Yeah, it's kind of, maybe it's just in my brain, but I think it's warmer.
Yeah, I think it is, for sure. And then the last pedal is just like solo pedal.
Yeah, I don't use it playing rhythm. It's it's the Duncan pickup booster, which that's all it is, man. It's
just a decibel gain sounds like.
Yeah, that's all it does, man, and it's great. Especially when I'm pushing my tubes.
Yeah.
Not this. This doesn't have any tubes in it, but I've got that other one I play. It's a crate of all things. It's it's a crate Palomino 32, and what's cool about that? I mean, a lot of people aren't aware of the relationship between crate and Ampeg.
Yeah.
Being more or less sister companies, and so as an early crate tube amp. It's pretty much an Ampeg. It's got a really similar circuitry.
Sweet.
I
remember the Palominos. Like some of them were cream color, had the V.
Yeah. Yep. And that's this one. It's cream. It's got the gold V.
Yeah.
On the front. And
Those they had the one called Voodoo something.
yeah,
Voodoo Blue or something like that. That was a good amp.
that's a nice amp too. Those came a little later when they started developing their own sound in a big way.
Right. Man, I think all those pedals sound good for what you do, and we'd be remiss if we didn't mention the classic amp we got set behind us. I mean, it's if you watch Rig Rundowns, you don't know about this amp. You should know about it because in the '80s it was the amp if you wanted clean chorus sounds.
Yeah.
And everything's tried to model it since and never come close. But in my opinion, the chorus on it is like bar none the best.
Yeah, I mean, like that's because, in my opinion, like the real reason there is it's true chorus. It's got 2 drivers in it, and it works the chorus channel between them both. Like it's like an analog, kind of deal where it phases out one speaker relative to the other.
Right.
And
it is the same chorus as the Roland Junos.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's where.
Yeah. So Roland developed that, and so they're the ones that know about it, I guess. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, we're talking about the Jazz Chorus 120. If y'all don't know the amp, it's a 212 combo that's solid state, but very warm sounding, and just it's got more power than you'd ever need.
It's loud, dude.
Yeah.
I've never turned this thing up past halfway.
I mean, there's a lot of everything from clean country guys to heavy punk guys play these amps, and it does anything you want to do, I think.
I don't know which one of y'all was telling me. Was it Korn or something? Some like heavy alt band, stack these things up and call it good.
Yeah, and you don't. They started doing the reissues of them that we started carrying now, but they do them in the 20-watt version, 40-watt version, and they still do the 120s. So we had the 40 in here for just about 2 weeks. It got gone, but we got the 20-watt version. Yeah. They sound great. I mean, if you're going to buy a chorus amp, you might as well buy a Roland because that's the one.
Definitely. And just like for the clean sound, man, I mean, this thing's got headroom for days.
Yeah, it's kind of like reminds me of the old PV steel amps where they just get loud and then you just don't break up.
Right, yeah.
And then you can use pedals for whatever distortion you want.
Yeah. And this, honestly, for being an older solid state amp, the distortion's not bad.
Yeah.
I don't use it much, but it's not bad. I'll use it like in combination with like the full bore, or the fuzz or something like that to just like really beef it.
Yeah.
That's most of the time I'll put it on.
The new reissue ones also look exactly the same, which is cool. They've not changed the look of them.
Yo, they never needed to change this, man. It's
classic. Yeah, it's good to see I like people bringing in like the old classic JCMs or blackface Fenders, and this is just in that line of amps that you grew up with.
Yeah.
Heck yeah, man! Let's hear this Doom machine over here.
All right. Here, let me click my handy tuner on and mute everything.
So we mentioned, be sure to check out Daniel Byrd's Boogie Machine, and they play quite a bit around.
We're about We're gonna be at Capone Saturday.
Oh yeah,
I think this video will be out after that.
Yeah. So if you watch this, you've missed the show.
Yep.
But
Father's Day, we're gonna be at Party in the Park. If you happen to be in the Beach Mountain region on the 17th, we'll be there. That's all that comes to mind at the moment, but there's more.
There's more out there, yeah. And with this guitar here is down-tuned as you hear.
Yeah.
And this is what he's been using and with us in the ADC or Appalachian Death Cult band, which is a doom stoner band that gets pretty loud and heavy.
We do get heavy
and
loud, yeah.
We may not know what we're doing yet, but we'll get it figured out by the 24th.
I think we got it pretty much in the bag, man.
But
there's just enough of it.
Yeah, as long as you're loud, it doesn't matter what notes you play. But heck yeah, let's hear some sounds out of this thing.
All right. So here's my neck, middle, bridge. This is another guitar I got here. And this is mean, man. This is a, let's see, a 92, which is still really in the sweet era of Gibson doing like affordable guitars with ebony boards. And I'm so curious if this has a maple neck on it or not. But
and it's got the slash pickups in it.
yeah, the Duncan Slash, and they rip. I like them.
They are hot.
Yeah, that's all I'm looking for with this guy. That's my middle. Here, I'll turn that Byrd down. What I love about Doom is I can still be a blues guitarist and more or less make it work.
Well, I'm a country bass player trying to make it work.
Hey.
So.
This is one of those situations where I really like stacking up my gain. So like that was just the metal. And I had the fuzz. Cuts the bass out a little bit, so I do that more for solos.
Solo, yeah.
Yeah. Probably would be less of the case if I actually arrange these in gain stages. That's a soul food after it, and yeah, it's just like almost like a nice filter for like a song intro or something at that point. You know?
Yeah, it gives it like you said, something like an old radio feel or something.
Yeah. My favorite thing is that. That pog is sick because like it'll track harmony
Oh yeah.
in a way that most octave things won't. I've had other octave pedals and they're just like they get confused.
For sure, yeah. Yeah, I think that when we're being polyphonic, I guess it's able to track multiple notes.
Bingo.
Yeah, that full bore metal in the pog makes it huge sounding.
I like it. It's a lot of fun.
So yeah, June 24th, y'all be sure to check out a little bit of that in action over at Capone's.
And not just this, we are also a Season of the Witch in Wind Rider.
Yeah.
What else do I got to say? He like that's gonna be mean.
Yeah. Well, I don't know who scheduled us with two top metal bands in the area in the first show out.
I got a pretty good idea. Very generous in a way.
Yeah.
I think I'll switch her up.
All right. Get the blues box.
Yeah. Yeah, I call this thing, that's my boogie box right here. People say I made it. I'm hesitant to use like the full make term because this neck came off an old acoustic. This is another one I got the lock-in tuners on. But this has an old stereo speaker for the body. And it used to be a part of my parents' stereo system way back. Yeah, that's...
Do they know you got that?
They do.
Okay.
They were all about it. I have very supportive parents, thankfully.
It's like they're just listening to their stereo mono now.
Yeah. Pretty much. Long defunct.
Yeah.
But I've got a Telly neck pickup. It's a Fender Custom Shop Telly neck, and I've got a Gibson P90 on the bridge. And this is another one of those guitars where it's like I'm always in the middle position with it because
Blend together sounds the best.
Juices, yeah.
What tuning you run on that thing?
I got Opening.
Okay.
Yeah, this is a slide guitar pretty much exclusively. What else is cool about this? This is another one I did the Antler hardware on. I made the bridge. I made the nut for that. My tone pot is something you don't usually see in stock stuff, at least. It's a no load.
Oh yeah.
So when you open that thing up, it's like it's not even there in the circuit. You're just way out.
Yeah. That's definitely one of a kind. I can tell you, there's probably no other cigar box style guitar out there that looks like that. This is a stereo speaker, but yeah, it's cool, man.
When I have a working battery in it, it's actually self-amplified. I've got a
that's awesome.
I can run from my main output into an input on the back where I more or less ripped apart one of those like little amps that you clip on your belt.
Yeah. The old Rottmans or something.
I think it was a Dano. It was a Dan Electro. Because
Gotcha.
those are the loudest ones I found yet.
Yeah.
And when you crank that thing up, man, it just feeds back for days because the speaker's pointing at your strings. It screams, man. I like playing with the rock slide. I like a few different slides. I like the rock slide. I really like the mag slide, which is another company right in North Carolina. They got a cool deal going where they make their slides out of magnesium.
Okay.
And it's the lightest structural metal. So per volume, it's lighter than glass.
That's awesome.
It's pretty wild.
Yeah.
Man. It sounds a lot like glass, but it moves quick.
Yeah.
I like the tone of brass though. That's it's got a warmth to it in a lot of ways, like compared to other metals. But it bites.
Yeah.
It's got teeth.
Yeah. Heck yeah.
I'll give you a little bit. And that's fun. With the soul food, I like the fuzz on it a lot.
Yeah.
It brings it home, man.
Oh yeah.
And the plug is cool with that. I don't use it a lot with the slide, but more so the
That is a cool sounding box.
Thanks, man.
Yeah. Even cooler that it's like just one of a kind, homemade.
There ain't two.
There ain't two of them. Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
man.
it looks like well done. I mean, looks more stable and sturdy than the cigar box guitars for sure.
Yeah, man. I mean, it's got 6 strings on it, and it's holding pretty. It's holding up pretty good.
Yeah.
I'm itching to make another.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens, but
Yeah.
I'm itching to make another.
I think, man, you got something there. That's for sure. That's awesome. Something you're not gonna see on Premier Guitar Rig Rundown.
Yeah.
I shouldn't have said that. Really.
They can bleep it out.
Yeah, bleep it. Bleep out Premier Vapor. Yeah, probably the newest acquisition to the family. I know about this one too.
Yeah. So yeah, there's a story. There's a story here. I'm not going to mention him by name because I haven't asked him if I can. But there's a guy. There's a really kind dude involved here. So this is a National Reso Rocket. It's a monster. If whatever you're hearing right there is me not going through my amp, it's just loud.
Yeah.
And this thing came in here, and I immediately fell in love. I plugged this thing into one of the little tube amps y'all had sitting up by the counter, and it's just like, wow. Because I got a resonator, man. It don't sound anything like this, plugged in or not, but especially plugged in. And
Yeah.
This is a whole nother ball game. They make these and put the hot plate on. It's got a Lawler pickup that they designed specifically for this kind of guitar. It's just microphonic enough that you could tell the difference between a biscuit bridge like this and a tricone.
Yeah.
And that's sweet. That's really cool engineering in my book.
Yeah.
But so I put this thing on layaway, and 2 months was it? It was about 2 months later. I was like, man, $3,000-$4,000 guitar is just not in the cards.
Yeah.
I ain't affluent like that. So I told him hang it back up for me if you please, and the fella who sold them this guitar traded it in, right?
Mm-hmm.
'Cause I'm sure he wanted something here. Y'all got such cool stuff. He found out he was apparently real stoked I was getting it because he paid my balance off.
Yeah.
Which was just insane. I have never experienced generosity like that, man. That's just crazy, man. Y'all got a really cool community here, being like a small. This ain't no GC.
Yeah.
If I can say that on camera, It ain't no GC. And
No, there's a lot of good people here, and I always say every
Yeah.
week it starts with Dave and trickles down through the rest of us.
I
it's like-
believe that,
Yeah.
man. Dave's too cool.
Yeah. So. Heck yeah, man. Let's hear what this thing sounds like.
All right, I'm not even gonna pick slide on that.
All right.
I'm gonna try some Allman Brothers. Skipping a lot.
Yeah.
Skipping a lot, but that's it's got a sweet little clean sound, man. And I will bust a slide out to show the dirty side.
Yeah.
Because that's what she's for, man.
Yeah, there's a reason these guitars cost a lot of money, I think. I mean, they're quality, and there's a difference in like, you know, $600 resonator that we sell and this thing for sure. I bet one bad thing about it, looks like it's hard to keep fingerprints off of.
Definitely. I'm just committing to it. I'm gonna put some wear and tear on this thing.
Yeah.
And that's my damn guitar. And that's
Play it.
Yeah.
Well, good are they hanging on the wall, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And luckily, I can do some fixing on them too.
Yeah.
And if I can't pull it off, I'll bring it here. Tyler's awesome.
Yeah. Man, that's awesome. A good variety of guitars and pedals and the stuff we hear. You know, a lot of good information today, I think. And again, cool guitars, cool Roland Jazz Chorus 120. We're micing that thing with the SM57. So
right.
classic. You know, everything's classic here today. But I guess, you know, Daniel's, you've been coming here quite a while ever since you lived here, probably. I guess, I don't know.
I mean, yeah. So I moved here early 2017. No, it was spring of 2017 because we were starting up on a farm at the time, and obviously I had to find the guitar shops around here.
Yeah.
I settled on this one pretty quick.
Yeah.
Real quick. There's other places where I'm in, but they ain't like this. This is really cool. There's a sweet community here. The gear here is bar none. You know, service is awesome.
Yeah.
I was like, can I work here, please?
Yeah, heck yeah. Man, I appreciate you showing up and doing this thing.
Man, thank you for having me.
Yeah, been fun.
Absolutely.
Y'all check out Daniel Byrd, Boogie Machine, Appalachian Death Cult. We'll be playing soon, and anytime he's out, man, it's going to be a party. So yeah,
that is guaranteed.
A lot of fun, a lot of good blues, and definitely check these bands out and give them some love. And I guess we're out.
They said some bands were fake. It appears to be true. They say Jehovah's got a ding dong and the devil does too. They say Eve's the one that fought for Adam Eve so bad. Oh Lord, you know I'm glad I'm not a woman. Oh Lord, you know I'm glad. Well, some men are like dogs, but nothing else matters when they got themselves a bone. They might howl all night till they feel alright, but when your needs satisfied, they won't give you none. And listen here, lads, if you think that's bad, well, I can tell you now, it gets worse. Somebody violates your rights, try to put up a fight, and the lawyer says the way you dress, you started it first. And the people on the TV and the sidewalk say, put a smile on, sweetheart, you look better that way. And if you lost a couple pounds, you wouldn't look bad. Oh man, you know I'm glad I'm not a woman. Oh man, you know I'm glad. So listen here, fellas, we got some work to do. Next time you see a lady, go ahead and treat her just like you. Oh, a little equity, it wouldn't be so bad. So your mother, your sister, your friend could say they're glad to be a woman. Oh Lord, they could be glad, and I'd be glad too. But oh man, they could be glad.